Hey everybody, Icy Cat here. Today's in-depth operator profile is going to take a look at the FBI attacker Ash. Her breaching charge launcher will help you crack open the lid on just about any defender strategy. Let's take a look at the best tips and tactics for Ash next. Ash has some really good loadout options. I enjoy her weapons a lot. The first primary weapon she's going to have will be the G36C. I like to set that up as my short to medium range engagement. And for the longer range, I'll take the R4C and put an ACOG or something on that. It has a higher damage, and I like that. Secondaries will be the M45 or the 5.7. The M45 will give you the higher stopping power, but the 5.7 will give you better ammo capacity. Smoke grenades and breaching charges are also options for her. Here, I'm going to demonstrate the use of the smoke grenades. By putting a breaching charge into a wall in front of you, you open up a path with it. You get 2 of these charges, and the smoke grenade is going to help you kind of set up a cover point. As you can see, I took some fire there. Somebody had a line of sight on me, but I will obscure that line of sight by just creating kind of my own concealment as I go in. Unfortunately, this particular play didn't turn out well for me because one of my other teammates had hit the hostage and ended the round, but the tactic is still sound. If you take her in the other configuration using breaching charges, you'll have a total of 5 breaching options, which really gives you a lot of ability to do things. Her launcher is also really good for breaching castles' Kevlar panels. It takes them right out like no problem. If you use her charges along with the launcher, you're going to find that you have the ability to coordinate breaches very effectively. You can place a panel on a wall, move into a different position, ready your launcher, and then fire that while hitting your breaching charge on the wall at the same time. And that'll create a lot of chaos. You can also coordinate well with other operators that can have multiple charges. For instance, if you go in with Sledge or Thermite, who can also use a breaching option as their gadget and a secondary set of breaching charges, you can create several breaching areas all at once and really open up lots of lines of sight into the defender area or just create chaos in general. Breachers are really good for that. Her breach works as an anti-material device, not an anti-personnel device. You cannot use it like a noob tube, like a traditional grenade launcher. It actually has a drill tip on the front of the charge that burrows into a surface, so you'll see a second or 2 delay from when it impacts to when it blows up. And you can actually make it so that if you fire it into a non-breachable surface, nothing happens. It won't detonate and you've lost your charge. So if you fire it into like the exterior shell that can't be penetrated, you'll have wasted your charge. And again, players do not take any damage from it. Even if they're standing right next to a detonation when it goes off, it doesn't really hurt them. And I can't decide whether that's a really good thing or a really frustrating thing. In some ways, I feel like I should be able to harm players with it. And on the other hand, I'm kind of glad that people can't spam it in that way. And so I think I'll come down on the side of it being a good thing, though. Ash is the only operator who can take out a trapdoor from below because her device is the only one that can reach the ceiling to properly blow it up. And that's a really neat tactic because once you do that, you can harass the defenders from underneath their feet. You can toss grenades up there, you can throw a camera drone up there, and it's right in the midst of their defensive position. And there's just a lot of interesting ways that you can use that tactic to sort of harass the defending team from below. Ash also combos really well with an operator like Glaz. She can open up good sight lines for him. Because he likes to shoot through windows or walls, she can use it to blow open those lines of sight for him and make it so he can be more effectively used when he stays back. She can hit the windows from the exterior without even having to go up to them using the range on her launcher and is very effective. When you take her in her configuration with the 3 additional breaching charges, she'll also combo well with shield operators because she can make unexpected sight lines for them to go through and get into an area while she approaches from another angle. That's the advantage of having so many breaches at your disposal if you need them. As mentioned before, she counters castle quite effectively. Her breacher goes right through the Kevlar reinforced panels and takes them out in one charge. I am uncertain if Mute can disrupt her breaching charges with the signal jammer. I don't think I've ever tried and had the signal jam it, but maybe it just was not on any surface that was jammed. So I'm uncertain if Mute can counter the breaching charge or not. I also don't know if Jaeger can counter it because I'm not sure if her breach charge works like a projectile, like a grenade, or not. I haven't had the chance to try that out yet either. So that's another possible way that you could counter Ash. I just can't confirm that. So that's been our in-depth operator profile for Ash. Next week, we're going to take a look at a lot of other exciting operators too. If you find this content useful, Please consider liking and subscribing so that you stay up to date on all the latest news, tips, tricks, and information regarding Rainbow Six Siege. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.